Adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Twist Off.
Hey. Twist Off! I love it. So, you guys just got off stage here at Punk Rock Bowling.
Yes.
You know what the coolest thing was? At the end of your show, people were chanting your freaking name.
Yeah, that was weird and wild. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Did that, flip you out?
Well, we've been doing that chant for a while now, where we do the twist off. So, no, yeah, that's really cool to see people chanting it, because, that's what we're intending for people to do, is to sing along with those chanty, lines. So, so it's awesome to hear that people were singing along with us. So,
I love it. And it was a badass set. You played some Misfits, too, which got me very excited.
Yeah, that was literally the first song that once we got in the garage, that was the first song we ever played together. So
really?
It felt appropriate for punk rock bowling, yeah.
What made you pick that one as your first song?
It was him, honestly. We learned that one and Hybrid Moments by the Misfits, and that one just stuck,
Nice.
We were already together as a band, and then we brought him in, so when it was time to finally meet and jam once, those were the two songs we picked. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
So you were saying something before the interview. Where is it you guys are going? What's the band doing, from that movie?
I'm not fucking leaving. We're going to take this band into the fucking stratosphere.
You did that well.
I've seen that movie way too many times.
But wait, you know how I know you do it well? Because
Go ahead.
I know Jordan personally.
Do you really?
I used to be very big in the investment business, and he was my competition. That movie is not exaggerated.
I've seen many of his podcasts, yeah.
Yeah, have you watched him on TikTok, too?
I've not watched him on TikTok, no.
Yeah, he's on TikTok, and he just attacks everybody that gives him shit, and I love it.
If you run into him, give him this handshake from me, all right?
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, so I love that movie, though. So when you did
so
that,
good.
but it brought back flashbacks for me because that was my life in the 20s. I went from being very involved in the Sunset Strip, metal, and punk scene back in the 80s.
Right.
Left that because I hated the sellout poser bullshit at the time and the gatekeeping at the time. And I went the total opposite direction, went in the investment business. But it was so much like the music business as far as the lifestyle, that fucking over the top. Listen, if you remember the Sunset Strip in the 80s, you weren't there.
I've heard that many times, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So it was the same vibe. It was like I just took it from music to something else and just living the life. And that's what it is playing here at Punk Rock Bowling, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just this is the coolest freaking festival. I do festivals all over the world, but the concept of this and how downtown Las Vegas just gets taken over by the punks is cool.
It's only grown more and more as the years go on. I mean, we said on the stage, it's crazy. It's coming here for about 6 years now. My favorite one was when Iggy Pop was headlining, and to see our name with the Descendants on the same flyer is insane to me.
Right?
Plus Madball and Gorilla Biscuits. New hardcore band, Scowl. Go listen to Scowl.
Nice, yeah. And one of my favorite moments of Punk Rock Bowling was when the Specials played, but they played Ghost Town, and they never played that live. And they did it here at Punk Rock Bowling.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah. And then Madness was supposed to play, and then we had COVID. So I'm very excited about Madness playing this year because we missed that.
They're tomorrow, right?
You
Or
know?
Monday?
I don't even fucking know because my head was like spinning of my schedule of interviews and sets to catch. Yeah, we left like the pool party to come catch your set. I'm like, come on, we gotta go, we gotta go.
Well, that means a lot. Thank you so much.
It was worth it. When I was talking about this band, your shirt, we were talking about this band earlier at the pool party. They're one of my favorite bands, and we were talking about. So, like, I've gone into some of the most devastating pits there are, but my favorite is their pits. It's just so much fun.
Yeah. Well, I actually got this shirt last year at Punk Rock Bowling.
Nice.
So, yeah, last year was actually my first time going to Punk Rock Bowling, and, like, the lineup for me was so crazy. I like Rancid, The Interrupters, and Dropkick Murphys are three of my favorite bands. So, for us to go, and then our friends, the Dollheads, actually opened up the whole festival last year, and so that was really cool. And it's really cool that like Punk Rock Bowling happens here because we really get to like being born and raised here. It's like a lot of festivals happen out here, so it's cool that like this one happens here, and it really seems like they help or they try to put on a lot of the local bands out here.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see that. So
And it's so cool, like you have all these club shows and the festival.
Yeah.
And the bowling and like all this cool other stuff. Like most festivals, it's just a festival.
Yeah.
But here it's like a full experience for 3 days on Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Say it into the mic. Say it into the mic.
Hashtag fuck Coachella.
Nice. I love it.
Except for Tyler the Creator. I'm a huge fan of Tyler the Creator. That's it. That's
Tyler
it.
the Creator,
That's it.
yeah.
Well, let me ask you, what happens if Coachella approached you and said, will you play?
What, at Coachella?
If Knocked Loose can play Coachella, Twist Off can play Coachella. Yes.
There you go. There you go. How did you guys happen? How did it happen? Like what?
We were in a band before, and I'll make it very, very short. Broke up, whatever. Started writing some new songs. Wanted to start bringing people into the band. I already knew him. He's the best fucking bass player I know.
Nice.
And then we did a music video, still looking for a drummer, and we set up a drum kit and put like a Looney Tunes like picket sign that said drummer wanted on the back of it. Then he reached out, and
we knew him from a couple of the shows that we had played with our last band, with his other band called Sunshine Paradise at the time.
Nice.
What?
He didn't hear a word any of you said, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty much that. I met them seriously at like a House of Blues show that we both played, and when I saw Drummer Wanted, I wasn't in a band, and hit them up on Instagram.
And here you are, Punk Rock Bowling.
And to put a little bit more details in, is literally the day that our band had broken up, he went on Instagram and said, I'm starting a new band, and we were called White Noise actually for the first 2 years.
Yeah.
And I didn't join the band right away because I just needed a break, but I joined about like a year later. And then me and him were playing the demo tracks of some of the songs he had written. And I was like, bro, I can't do this. Like, I'm sorry, but we need to get an actual drummer. And then that's when we made that music video that Kason was talking about. And to get Austin, and it's just been us ever since. And so, yeah.
And now you're here.
Yeah, and as you can imagine, though, with our name being White Noise, a lot of people couldn't find us because when you look up White Noise, you literally just get like 10 hours of White Noise on like YouTube and
ocean noises,
Yeah,
stuff
like,
to make your kid fall asleep. Yeah.
exactly.
And wait a minute, it is a good idea for a band name because in my business, we don't want white noise, but if you have punk rock music, it should have white noise. But you're right.
Yeah,
Like,
it
and the
didn't
other
work.
thing is now in 2024, who knows what meaning somebody's going to put to white noise. So that is definitely a much better
Yeah,
name.
Twist Off. Yeah.
Twist Off.
Exactly.
And then now you have people, like, I don't think they would chant white noise the same way.
Yeah, Twist Off. It's been the good change that like the change that we needed. I had told him a couple times like we need to change the name, and I finally said to him like, man, like we really need to change the name. Like it's not going to work out in the long run. And he was like, alrighty, fine, we can change the name. And he was like, you know, though, we were gonna do a new band name. We should. He was like, I thought Twist Off would be a good name. And he so literally right then and there he came up with the name right then and there. So
Okay.
Like, right when he agreed, he was like, let's change it. He was like, well, I was thinking twist off might be pretty good, like a twist off bottle cap, and there you go, it was more, and so yeah,
Nice.
so that's how we've gotten here. So we pretty much kind of restarted with the name change. Got rid of a couple of the songs that we used to have under White Noise, and now it's just up from here. So 'cause everything's been going good for us since the name change. It's been really good for us. So
A lot of cool shit since the name change.
Yeah, like that chanting at punk rock bowling.
Thank you.
And like
Punk rock bowling.
and like that up there with the license plates, that is super cool.
And we got the TV going, or the little iPad going. It looks like a TV.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So
So that's an iPad behind there.
Yes.
That is
I'll
so
never tell.
brilliant.
That's a real TV.
That's so brilliant.
And it's got our music video that plays along to it. I think here, just in a second, there it is. So
Very cool.
yeah.
Pre-mustache days. Right, Austin?
And Kaysen had built all this himself. So kudos to Kaysen.
Nice.
He really went all out on that.
I even like how you have the menu at your merch thing here. It looks like I'm at a pizza shop.
The 50s diner definitely inspired.
Totally.
Yep.
It's so cool. But more importantly, let's tell people that aren't at Punk Rock Bowling how they get your merch, how they connect with you on social media, all that good stuff, because that's the only way bands survive today is merch. Support
Yes.
your bands. They can't listen to my show unless they buy your merch.
Well, you come to a Twist Off show, we will always have this there. If you want to keep up with shows or music, you go on Instagram for Twist Off LV. That's pretty much every social media. And find us on Spotify, Twist Off ! If you leave out the exclamation point, you might struggle a little bit, but
Right?
what?
We got our website for merch, right?
Yes.
What's the website?
Yeah, exactly. That was the
Website's
cue.
twistofflv.com.
.com.
And find us on all socials.
Twistofflv.
There it is. Okay, so what's your craziest TikTok you guys have done?
I fucking hate TikTok.
I know, right? So that's why I want.
So none. I think the craziest video that we have so far is I got up on top of a bar right at the end of our last song and I got yelled at by the bartender hard. Yeah.
That was at the Griffin right around the corner here, and he got on the bar, and that was a fun show. We were playing with our boy Secco, so that was a good show.
It could be worse. Okay, so one of my best friends, he was playing a gig. His girlfriend, who was his duo partner, was sick. I hung out. He was fine, but he used to drink a lot of Jack Daniels. There were two sets. One of them was Chad. The second was Brad. Brad was the second set after about 14 Jack Daniels, okay?
This guy knows.
And so I go home. I think everything's safe. It's almost the end of the gig. And I get a call from his girl and you need to go back. Chad is standing on top of the amplifiers and singing. He sang Sweet Home Alabama 4 times in a row.
4 times. All right. That's
Right?
sick.
Hey, maybe that should be one of your gigs one time. Just get up and play the same song over. People would be like, what the fuck's going on?
And then gaslight them. What are you talking about? We didn't
Right.
play this yet.
Yeah, and you could have a different video. If you have a good video editor, that can make a different video of what actually you're saying happened.
Oh, for
that
sure.
would be so fun, right?
I was gonna try to jump off the stage there, but that looked like too big of a fall.
Yeah, that one's a little bit.
And
We always like to get in the crowd.
oh, thanks, Dad. That's my dad right there, everybody.
Nice.
I'm the sperm donor.
There it is.
I spilled it.
Did you give him his talent too?
Of course. Are you kidding me?
There it is. So that's where it comes from.
Right. Right.
Anything else you want to share with the listeners that we haven't covered already?
Just check us out. We're only going up from here. More cool shit coming out. More cool songs coming out. If you've seen our first music video, the second one's going to completely surpass it. So, yeah.
Nice.
That's all I can really say.
We love you.
That too.
Those are good
We do love
words,
the
too.
people who listen to Twist Off. Anything?
Yeah, just say it's up from here, man. There's nowhere else to go. Just up from here. So.
You know who else said that same thing?
Jordan Belfort.
Him too. The Beatles. in the beginning.
God, don't get him started.
Oh, wait. Okay, so is he
Oh,
into the
shit.
Beatles or not into the Beatles? Okay. I have a trivia question for you. I don't think you'll answer it correctly. I'm calling you out right here.
Yeah, Paul definitely died.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I love that you know about that, the 1969 radio show of Paul dying. What made Paul become a bass player? No, what made him become a bass player?
It was because, wasn't it because John Lennon was like, no, I'm going to be the, like, because I think what it was George was like, hey, I'm the best guitar player here out of us three. And then John was pretty much like, I'm not going to give it up.
Ringo's too much of a dork to leave him at the front of the stage, so.
It is pretty close. He gave you a good clue because it is pretty close. They were all guitar players.
Yes.
He opted to become the bass player because they needed a bass player.
Oh, he opted?
And that's why if you listen to his bass playing, he sounds like he's playing a guitar.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
And that's why he's considered, most people don't know, he's considered like one of the greatest bassists ever.
Oh, yeah, of course. I love him, yeah.
So see, now that means you're one of the best.
Yeah, I've always
best
loved
ever.
The Beatles. And, like, yeah, Paul McCartney, yeah, he's one of the best. Him and Mike Dirnt were definitely, like, two of the bassists that really inspired me to, like, be bassists and, like, their stage presence, you know, especially with Paul and his singing and everything like that. But then for, like, technique and the actual way I play is definitely, like, Les Claypool and Victor Wooten.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, you guys definitely killed it here at Punk Rock Bowling, and I'm telling everybody they got to listen to you guys because I like to catch sets of people I interview to see if they're, like, my new favorite band or whatever, and you guys killed it.
We won?
You did win.
We won. All right, yeah.
Maybe even higher than the Descendants. But don't tell them I said that.
Wow.
Okay, keep that between us, okay?
Don't tell Milo that.
That might just be because, like, we're new to you, you know, but we'll take that. We'll take that. Thank you very much.
There it is. You guys rock. Thanks for all you do, and thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is Twist Up, and you're watching the Pipeman on W4CY Radio.